Hi, and welcome to Polestar. We're here to present a look at the most significantly positive advancement to automotive technology in over 120 years. Polestar spark plugs, now with PlasmaCore. Yep, pretty big statement. And in this case, size matters in a big way. And we'll talk about that size business in a little bit. Let's get started. Our company, Interpulse Technologies, the makers of Polestar with PlasmaCore, has been in an ongoing research phase for over 25 years. I say ongoing because our Polestar pulse plug technology was born out of science. This technology is protected by 24 worldwide patents, issued, not pending. Issued patents aren't issued for marketing, by the way. Those are copyrights and trademarks, not patents. We continue to R&R, not rest and relaxation, but research and refine. Our founder, Lou Camilli, is some story. Texas A&M baseball scholarship, math major. That tells you something. Professional baseball player with the Cleveland Indians. And after baseball, started his own black powder long gun business as a manufacturer. And Lou became very interested in maxing power, developing more power, and discovered science relationships in this power that could have potential benefits for internal combustion engines. Living in Albuquerque, New Mexico, Lou met a technical expert that was part of the team at the renowned U.S. governmental Department of Defense facility, Sandia Laboratories, the place where atomic energy was nurtured. And as it turns out, the government facility also was encouraged to, for a government fee of course, have legitimate private sector research done in the non-confidential areas of the Albuquerque facility. Several years later, Lou developed the first application called Direct Hits, the first application of pulse power in an automotive setting that would eventually evolve into a replacement for traditional spark plugs. Polestar was born. This begins an amazing journey that today sees the technological advances of Polestar pulse plugs at an all-time high. Our separation from the traditional spark plug market is profound, and we guarantee the results. Guarantee. Let's talk a bit about the basics of automotive gasoline engines. What are the 4 strokes or cycles of an engine? Well, basically you've got 1, intake, 2, compression, 3, power, where the spark plug ignites fuel and the burn fuel creates pressure. And that pressure pushes the piston down, producing power. And 4, finally, the exhaust. What upgrades exist for the spark plug? Well, the only performance upgrades to date for a spark plug is the use of fine wire electrodes, made more durable by adding dense precious metals such as platinum or iridium. And why upgrade your spark plug to Polestar with PlasmaCore? Well, it ignites the air-fuel mixture more precisely, and it burns it quicker to improve horsepower, torque, miles per gallon, and tailpipe emissions. Really, all good. We at Interpulse Technologies in Albuquerque, New Mexico, research and design ultra-high-powered ignition devices. The first major breakthrough in spark plug technology in more than 120 years. Interpulse Technologies, the makers of Polestar with PlasmaCore. Introducing Polestar. Polestar's spark plugs use pulse power to create a pulse of more than 5 million watts of energy. The pulse creates a plasma field that sensitizes fuel before the spark to ensure precise ignition and a fast combustion burn rate. Our Polestar timeline sees our history from its beginnings in 1988. From a concept of creating more power than all conventional spark plugs with 50 watts of electrical energy, to an incredible result of over 5 million watts of pulsed energy. It's the most significant advancement of automotive electronics in 120 years. Polestar with PlasmaCore. The Polestar advantages over all other spark plugs ever made. The enlarged electrode provides durability and allows the maximum avenue for the mega electrical energy transference. The capacitor stores power prior to ignition. Pulsive power produces plasma field. The plasma field sensitizes the fuel prior to ignition, and more fuel is burned quickly. Here's the direct results of more fuel burned very, very quickly with Polestar's pulse power. Increased horsepower, increased torque, better throttle response, improved fuel economy, improved towing power, and reduced emissions. What a lineup of results and benefits, guaranteed. What is pulse power? Pulse power is the quick release of stored energy accumulated over time, thus increasing instantaneous power. Repeat, again, the quick in thousandths of a second. The quick release of stored, gathered energy producing a tremendous increase in instantaneous power. This background picture shows actual pulse power strokes at the Sandia Labs in New Mexico. Here it is, the star of the Polestar performance, the patented capacitor. The basics to this incredible technological breakthrough in automotive engine technology and performance are due to the patented capacitor. The capacitor gathers and stores that energy and releases it with megawatts of power to achieve pulse power. We talk patents, 24 of them in the USA, Canada, China, Mexico, Australia, and Japan, and 20 more patent applications filed all over the world. Our patents are technological property, not trademarks or copyrights for ideas. This is science, not advertising sound bites. So let's review. Pulse power. The capacitor stores energy, then rapidly releases it, forming a 5 million watt plasma forming pulse. 50 watts compared to 5 million watts. All conventional spark plugs, that's all other plugs, produce the same 50 watts of energy. Same as the first plugs used by Henry Ford in 1906. All the toots and whistles of all spark plug manufacturers, regardless of iridium, platinum, the ground strap alignment, all produce 50 watts of electrical energy. Polestar, 5 million watts. More power, better miles per gallon, less air pollution, and it's guaranteed. The pulse. Here's a very dramatic affirmation of the pulse, the actual footage of a millisecond occurrence, all of this taking place in a millisecond. The plasma field sensitizes the air-fuel mixture before the spark occurs. That excitement and increased readiness of the air-fuel molecules facilitates the instantaneous combustion and a more robust and intense spark, creating, more power, more torque, using more of the air-fuel mixture for increased miles per gallon. Polestar, guaranteed. The test results. Comparing dyno results with a 2006 Nissan 350Z, there was an increase of 11 horsepower with Polestar, an increase in torque, an increase of 6% in fuel economy, and 5% reduction in emissions. The proof is in the science of Polestar. The further verifications. The Polestar accelerated burn rate. Please note these results. The Polestar spark plug flame kernel is 4 times larger at 0.5 of a millisecond and increases to a whopping 6.7 times larger at 2.75 milliseconds compared to a leading iridium spark plug. Here's the accelerated burn rate, photographed. This is it. See for yourself. The Pulsar with PlasmaCore compared with the leading iridium spark plug competitor under ultra-high-speed photography. Isn't that incredible? Pulsar, return on investment in your store. Pulsar has wide coverage with less stock-keeping units, requiring less inventory, creating more turn. And with 5 automotive parts, covering about 80% of the North American car park, and 4 motorcycle power sports plugs covering most Harley V-twins and other street bikes, and higher gross margin profit dollars than all other spark plugs. Pulsar marketing and messaging creates demand for Pulsar. Take a look at these demand drivers. Enterpulse drives consumers to you. $600,000 in advertising and promotional investment. A digital and print and radio distributor mentions. Social, events, e-newsletters, celebrity endorsed, and satisfied customer endorsements and recommendations. Plus, partnering with Al Unser Jr. Fantastic. 2-time Indy 500 winner. Part of the Unser family of racing excellence for over 40 years. And as Junior says, racing is in my DNA. Pulsar is in my engine. Pulsar Pulse Plugs, born out of science and technology. And how about this? We are the official spark plug of the Sports Car Vintage Racing Association. The SVRA knows engines. The SVRA knows power. Our editorial coverage is exploding. The word is out. The first significant technological improvement in spark plugs in over 100 years. 5 million watts compared to 50 for all others. And guaranteed. The testimonials are pouring in. Check Pulsar.com and Facebook. Lee says the miles per gallon is now 36 to 38 versus 28 to 32. And Bruce reports, I can't tell you how pleased I am with the increased throttle response. Steven states, you guys have really made something that's incredible in all aspects. And Dan tells us, it does what it promises. My stock bike performs better in all aspects. Pulsar provides education and support with training, webinars, and seminars, educational videos, YouTube, Facebook, e-newsletters, website tech session, and wholesale and retail co-marketing. Here it is, the Pulsar Guarantee. Nothing matches it in the industry. The Pulsar Guarantee, a 30-day money-back guarantee. A 4-point guarantee on Pulsar with PlasmaCore spark plugs. Return spark plugs for any reason within 30 days and get your money back. Pulsar spark plugs will not harm your engine. Pulsar spark plugs are guaranteed for 50,000 miles. And Pulsar spark plugs will not void OEM engine warranty. Now, data entry is very important to our retailers and wholesale distributors. We utilize several industry data providers for this entry into your system. Our current business lines with Enterpulse Technologies, the aftermarket, OEM, or original equipment manufacturer, compressed natural gas that fuels engines both mobile and stationary, plus for the future, the conservation and wise use of natural resources. Pulsar burns ethanol like no other plug ever. In addition, Pulsar achieved one of the most prestigious awards in any industry, the Frost & Sullivan 2012 Best Practices Award, In other words, we deliver what we say. That doesn't come easy. The North American Automotive Powertrain Customer Value Enhancement Award. What an achievement. The electrode. The bigger spark, coupled with the ability to sensitize the fuel mixture, allows Polestar with PlasmaCore plugs to take advantage of a larger electrode, extending its life by slowing electrode wear, preserving the spark gap. Verified technology. Finally, our Polestar white papers and research and development results and science data have had papers published by the American Society of Mechanical Engineers and SAE, the Society of Automotive Engineers. Polestar, guaranteed results. The most significant positive advancement to automotive technology in 120 years. Polestar.com, and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Well, thanks for looking in and listening in. You won't be disappointed. Guaranteed. Polestar with PlasmaCore. See you down the road.